Nice to meet you. Hi. Hi, Julia. Hi, everyone. I'm Silvia from Creative Mornings, and raise your hand if it's your first Creative Mornings. But not the last, okay? Not the last. I see you, I recognize you, so remember that.
Raise your hand if you have some doubts about the fact that this is a creative morning.
Me too, yes, I know. And raise your hand if it's your second Creative Mornings. And raise your hand for your aficionados. Oh, yeah, we love it. Okay, so I pass the mic to our host, Maria Chiara, and all the stuff that we have to talk about this night. Thank you very much.
Grazie Silvia. Thank you. So again, there are plenty of seats here. You can come, and I have probably to go on with the slides. Oh, nice. Va bene. I can hide behind this thing. So, welcome to this edition of Creative Mornings, which is a creative evening and an aperitivo too. But instead of coffee, we have alcohol and also other things to eat and to drink, so feel free to serve yourself now or later. The theme of this month is parallel. It was chosen by our Kuala Lumpur team, and it was created by Oli, so I invite you to check out both the team page, the community page, and Oli's Instagram page. What is parallel? Parallel is something that we are experiencing like every day. We have so many things that go on in parallel in our lives. And tonight we want to reflect on a specific parallelism, the one between human experience and something that can be considered artificial intelligence. Is it so? Is it not so? We will discover it after these introductory slides in a little bit. So I want to thank Adobe, which is the main international sponsor of Creative Mornings all around the world. Again, for the new people here, Creative Mornings is a huge community in the world. It's made of almost 250 cities in the world. Everyone is speaking about some declination of parallels in these days, so it's very nice for me in this moment in the world that we are all thinking about the same idea all together in this kind of environment, in this kind of community. First of all, of course, thank you to Layer, that is our host today. Our location and our aperitivo is offered by them, so I don't know if Laura, do you want to say something? Like surprise? Thank you, Laura.
Hello, nice to see you full house tonight. As Monica was saying, I work for Chuleia. This is an English company, so the main headquarters in London. They have a much bigger office, but this is pretty big as well, very cool. We have basically 4 floors. So what is Chuleia, if you're curious, is a payment method like, so we do bank-to-bank account payments. So you can directly pay with your bank account through biggest merchant checkout, like Ryanair, Just Eat, Last Minute, a lot of clients. And yeah, we're very happy to host you guys here. It's not our first Creative Morning, it's the second, and my colleagues are spread around there. There's some designers, some developers, so if you want to say hi, ask more questions about the technology or whatever, feel free to reach out to us.
Thank you again. So last but not least, this is the reason why I prefer Creative Mornings in the morning, because usually I can use my mouth in the correct way. So thanks also to Create. Creative is a year that was created by one of the members of the Creative Mornings community in Milan. So we thank Dario Villa, even if he's not here, because he provided us with this product. So I invite you to check it out also on the social network and try if some is left now. So here we are. So how are we exploring this parallel theme tonight? Alessandro Gomiero will lead us. Also, I have to say that Alessandro used to be the the video maker of Creative Mornings in the first times after COVID. So the most difficult part of the new community of Creative Mornings had Alessandro in our team. So thank you also for that.
Yeah,
and
so-
welcome to.
Check.
No, this one.
Okay, so we are with the friends tonight, and thank everyone for being here. Sorry for my face.
Why?
Okay, so the title of this creative morning, and thank God it's not morning, but it's evening, because I hate speaking in the morning, but it's occult practices and interdimensional creations. Why? Because everybody is talking about generative AI like it's some kind of magic. And in a way, I think that it is a kind of magic, because we can think about prompts like magic formulas, and we can think about designers using generative AI like wizards, and you can have levels of different wizardry in generative AI. For example, you can just repeat something that someone is doing, like you are repeating a magic spell, or you can know the deeper meaning of the tools and the stuff that is around generative AI. So, for example, this is me from other universes, and I like to think about generative AI, about like a door for different realities. I like to think that when I'm generating something, this thing is happening in a distant universe. So this is me in other words, and this is me here. And you can see that I am a designer because I'm dressed in black. So it's clear that I am a designer. I work mainly in Tangity. Tangity is the design network of entity data. Entity data is a Japanese company, international Japanese company. And what I do in Tangity, I'm leading a motion design team. And also in the last year and a half, I opened the infamous Partita IVA, you know what it is. So I'm doing some freelance stuff and all about AI and stuff like that. It also happened that I am a musician, a rapper, yeah. So I'm not rapping tonight, but I will show you something that where I experiment with my music and generative AI. I think that one link between music and generative AI is that you can transform words into images. And it's something that when you write lyrics, you are trying to do that. You are trying to express and generate images in the brain of someone listening to you. And yeah, with this technology, you can do it for real. So, okay. There are many basic techniques that can be used in generative AI. And I can imagine that all of you probably experimented with these techniques. One basic technique is image to image. I will show you how I experiment with these basic techniques to achieve something that can be more creative and inspirational. So in this case, I use the Tokyo Giants logotype to hallucinate infinite version of this logotype. But the funny thing is that I don't even know what the prompts are. I think that it's very important to not focus too much on the prompt, because when you're talking about generative AI, everybody's talking about prompt engineering, learning how to write a prompt. Which prompt did you use to have the... Okay, the prompt is probably the last of the most important thing to know when you are generating stuff. In this case, I randomized the prompt with a specific tool that randomizes the prompt. So in the morning, in the creative morning, I wake up and I look at 1,000 images and I choose the best for this animation. Okay, this is an example that we achieved with Anigen during a workshop. The idea here is to show the potential of for marketing. You can have extremely personalized outputs when you are creating something for marketing. So these are infinite coasters, and yeah, this is just an example on how to use image to image in a more creative way. And then this is an experiment that I did with young kids from secondary school. They draw what they want, and with AI, we show them how their drawings transform. So basically, we teach kids how to not learn to draw, but learn AI and forget how to draw. Obviously, I'm joking. Okay, another thing that can be used in a creative way is upscaling. Okay, we know that we can upscale an image with AI, and we can obtain details that are not even there in the first place. So one creative idea is to hallucinate details like in a fractal. So you have the main image that is repeated inside the image itself. So you can create these large images containing like a fractal, infinite details. Another very simple thing that we can do with generative AI is outpainting. So you have an image, you want more, you want to see more. Okay, so you expand the image. You can use that to, for example, obtain an infinite loop, an infinite zoom, sorry. And you can keep on expanding an image infinite times. And then, in this case, I reverse the process. And so we have this infinite zoom, like the camera is zooming in. As you can see, probably this is an image, and I generate always around the previous one, obtaining this cool effect. Okay, we are still talking about image to image. In this case, there is this technology that is called the forum. What it do? It takes one image and is the base for the next frame. Okay, so if you take an image and the second one is just a little variation of the previous one, you can achieve a type of video that looks like a stop motion. Right now, this type of videos are kind of old because it's like 2 years that this type of videos are around. So then we will go to the fresher stuff. But for now, I want to go step by step. And so, yeah, I don't hear the sound, but I don't know why. Okay, we go from here. So in this case, every frame is the base for the next one. So we can obtain these cool animations with stuff transforming and morphing, like when you are on acid, basically. Okay, I can also see a delay from here to there, but let's don't worry about that. Okay, so an experiment that we did more than 2 years ago was with the Ulm University and the Ulm AI Lab. We had for the inauguration, we had an actor acting Dante, and in the background, a video with this technique showing the images from the poem.
Caramente mi prese per mano e disse: via che siamo più avanti. A ciò che il fatto men ti paia strano, sappi che non sono torri, ma giganti, e son dal fosso chiusi nella ripa, cado un becco ingiuso tutti quanti.
Okay. Oh. Oops. I don't know what's happening. Okay.
Poi
So this is pretty old what I showed to you, but it's where everything started. Okay. So this is another example, even more complex. Here we achieved a higher resolution. I will show you also that. Okay, we have a problem because my screen is more fluid than there, probably because we are going online and then you are seeing from online, so it's a little bit fluid than that. But okay, and then okay, we saw that we can go frame by frame, but what happens if I start by using a video instead of the previous frame? So in the next example, I just filmed myself. This is a music video, and it's just a video took with my iPhone, and then the AI hallucinate on top of that. Etc. etc. And another example, still for one video, music video, is achieving to control the movement of the camera, still using this image-to-image stop motion technique. So, yeah. I will go.
Ora sabbia nel carburatore, mastico rabbia, mando giù rancore, verso in un bicchiere d'acqua, mi ritrovo in uno di Mosco Scaglià. Resti mille in questa soluzione tossica. Io vorrei essere come chi si accontenta e gode, mi trovo ad essere come chi si permette e implode. All'esame di coscienza ho preso 30 lodi in astinenza senza metadone, ma completa dose. Pilota rosso pure blu, è una scelta sola. Io l'ho buttata entrambe giù, ho sboccato un viola. Ancora sete d'acqua pure con l'acidi in gola, ma l'acqua non la trovi più, c'è solo Coca-Cola. E lo comprendo che ora è tutto intrattenimento, ognuno si intrattiene solo fino a dove sta cadendo. E io mi sento un incompreso che vuoi che ti spieghi. Io non mi spazio, non mi piego, resto sempre in piedi.
Okay, okay. Going to newer stuff. This one is called animate GIF. It's another technique. What's the difference between this one and the other one? The difference is that all these frames are generated all together. It's not like I'm generating a frame and then the next one and the next one. All these frames are generated together. That's why it's more, how can I say, fluid and the motion is more interesting. And in this case, I use a contour net. As you can see, this is the base for the other video. And using this newer technique, you can have more control on the output. You can achieve more control in many ways, and you can be also effective on achieving your desired results. Okay, in this next example, the base is the same, it's like a vortex. I'm sorry for the quality because, okay. So the base is a vortex, and the prompt is different for the three examples. The same one here. So here is like microbiology, here is clockwork, and there is like electronic stuff. Yeah. And some other examples. Yeah, so using this technique, you can achieve something where you have more control, and can be also good for visuals, for, I don't know, I will show you next how to use these type of animations in concerts or live events and so on. Okay, this is another abstract example. And another one, more spacey, I don't know. Okay? In this example, I use what is called LoRa. LoRa, the meaning is low-ranking adaptation. So it's like you are using the foundation model, like stable diffusion, flux. There are many open source models. And you can probably in that model, you cannot find what you want to achieve. So you are doing a training on something more specific, in this case, Lego stuff. And then you can plug like this low-ranking adaptation in the main base model, achieving this type of results that with the base model alone would be impossible. Okay, another trick to use is IP adapter. The meaning of IP adapter is image prompt adapter. What does it do? Basically, it takes an image and it transforms the image in a prompt. Okay, so you don't need to write like tree roots with dirt, I don't know, or the type of flower. You just give the image, and the prompt is generated kind of by this type of control. And for example, in the next video, I collected many generated images of plants or plants-like stuff, and I will show you the result. So yeah, the video is like morphing between an image prompt and the other. It's a good moment to sleep if you want. Also, the music is generated, but probably you already know that you can generate everything. And I think one interesting thing is that you can use an image to generate a video, you can use a video to generate audio, you can use audio to generate an image. I really like this transforming thing about generative AI that I think that for now is not so explored, but there are many tools that are exploring in that direction. For example, now you can just give a video to an AI and the AI generate the audio for that video without even knowing anything about the scene. Okay, it's long. And this is another example with just two images looping from one to the other. So you can generate visuals that can work in a loop and going on forever. Okay, another example. This is my colleagues already know this video because it's on the LED panels on our offices going on every day. So probably they hate that. Sorry guys. And okay, this is another example. I think you have the point. Okay, sorry. In the next example, I will show you generated stuff, some stuff that I generated with this animative technique, and then I assembled everything inside a more dynamic video, like for a real use case, because this is a storytelling of an initiative that we did in Interdimensional. So yeah, these spheres and characters are generated each one on its own, and then there is this motion design work around it. I don't know if anyone knows Japanese. Okay. Now I will show you some real works that I did using AI. The first one is the visuals for the maze from the Sago concert. It's a producer. I know him personally, but this is not we are talking about here. But I was involved in the creation of the visual for his concert. For example, here we did this morphing from photo to clouds, from picture to clouds, and then we created. I don't know why I'm using we, because I created we. I'm talking about me and AI because. So I created these lysergic acid animations. Again, it's like being on acid without the side effects. And in a minute, I will show you the stage. Okay, so more crazy stuff. and this is the some footage from the concert. And then, sorry. And then I worked also for another artist. It's called Irama, and I worked on some of the visual of the tour. And in this case, what we wanted to achieve was very different, because the idea was to have like a scenographic scene projected in this very big LED. So we try to achieve something more real and more like 3D. So it's like we are doing 3D stuff without using 3D softwares. And this is another example. Okay. And another one. Okay. Okay, this I know this sounds like a Coldplay song, but it's not. So I will go faster, because it's like 4 minutes of a galaxy. So yeah, we go. Yeah. But it's just to show you that you can also do a very long animation using AI. It's not all about loops. And then there is this conceptual animation about fire and flames. Okay? And another example is this one, where we want to have like a cathedral with blood pools. I don't know why it's not playing. Okay. And this is the result live. So yeah, the thing to be proud of is that until I don't know, 1 year ago, it was impossible to have a scene represented with this type of detail without using 3D and so on. So right now, we are managing a different problem. With the AI, everyone thinks that you can do anything. This is the real problem, that, okay, you can do it with AI, and this is something that needs to be managed by creative people, because it's true that you can achieve kind of everything, but there are things that are simpler to do, and also things that are better. The output is better. So it's one important thing to do is to address the clients where you can do the best stuff. Okay, and this is another example of AI footage. This is the trailer for the San Siro concert, still from Irama, and all the footage is generated except the live footage. So even here again, there is 3D here, 0, all generated. So it was harder than it looks because I don't know. For example, the snake going up over the stadium. We did, I don't know, like 40 trial and error before achieving this one. And so even here, yeah, you can do everything, but it's like a slot machine sometimes. And the experience of working on generative AI is realizing if you have control or not, or trying to come up with ideas to have more control. It's all about control because, yeah, if you're using also, I don't know, Mid-Journey or Runway or these more commercial models, yeah, you can do anything, but probably you will run out of credits before achieving what you have in mind. So, yeah. Okay, another example is this visual. I'm not really proud about that visual, but I want to show you because also here everything is generated, and it looks like I don't know, a lured GIF, you know, like okay, but the turtle is generated, the eyes are generated, the grass is generated, the waterfall, everything. So it's generated and then composed together. Yeah, everything. Probably she's not generated because it's a religious problem, you know. Generated, not created. So, okay. Also, the egg is generated.
So we solved the question between the hen and the egg.
Yeah, yeah. Who comes first? Yeah. Okay. And last and least, corporate stuff, because we cannot escape capitalism. So, okay, and the last one with a mixed technique, where probably in the next video I use all the technique that I showed you.
Today's businesses face a world transformed by technology and changing customer needs. Bain & Company's research shows companies can either be disrupted or seize new opportunities. Younger generations expect seamless, personalized digital experiences. Companies that can deliver this will stand out. Data is key. AI, machine learning, and robotics help companies build stronger customer relationships and growth. The future isn't about choosing between technology or people. It's about building bridges. Companies that invest in reskilling the workforce while embracing automation will harness both power and purpose. At Bain, we believe that with the right strategy, you don't just survive disruption, you shape it. The choice is yours. Stand still or set sail. The future is ready for those bold enough to guide the change.
I don't know if we are bold enough. Let's hope. Okay, thank you, everybody. It was my pleasure.
Thank you. So, are there any questions? Yes. Do you want the mic?
I think that
You're loud enough
to be heard. No, I would like to, let's say, an opinion, reflection. It is something that is not still clear to me because, yeah, experiment with AI, but not with this kind of generative and, let's say, visual AI. And I would like to understand how much does the AI support you in terms of, let's say, creativity or productivity, efficiency, or let's say also on the side of let's say production, and also how much post-production you put on each single project.
I know that the managers, the people taking decisions are always thinking about AI like saving money, okay, because everything takes less time to do and so on. I have to say that from when AI happened, I'm working more. So yeah, there is a lot of post-production, but a lot of trial and error because, for example, I don't know, for the Irama stuff or for the Maze stuff, it was not about how much time it took to render. It's like I have to invent a method to do that because I know that it's possible, but I have to create a workflow to achieve that. And sometimes you can resolve with some post-production, sometimes you cannot. So yeah, I think that the part regarding LLM, like ChatGPT and friends, it's more business ready and is what companies are thinking about when they are thinking about automation and so on. To me, I'm using AI as a creative tool. So I don't know. And personally, I love to create stuff that is impossible to create in other ways. I'm not interested in creating something that you can do with classic techniques because I don't know, making a movie. Everybody is trying to make movies with AI right now, and it's always like very slow, very like voiceover stuff. If you don't have voiceover, you don't understand what's happening. I prefer personally to use it to do impossible stuff because yeah, this is more interesting. So I don't know how to answer to you because yeah, it's something that you can do very fast if you know how to do it. But on the other side, you have to find a way to do it, and the tools involved on this type of creations can be very simple or very hard. For example, for doing this, I just I trained a lot on a lot of images of myself. Then I generate the image using Flux inside the Comfy UI. Comfy UI is a tool with nodes. You can program using nodes. So you connect nodes, blah, 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 and I came up with the image. And then I put the image in Kling. There is a commercial model that everybody can use. So the last part was the easiest one, but I think the most impressive thing is that this guy looks like me. I don't know.
Next question.
I've got a three-part question. It goes past, present, future, right? So you say you want to do new things, right? So there's a lot of things that you showed that fire, clouds, all of these are, I find that they do a really good job. So they're sort of abstract, there's a lot of content. So first of all, if somebody doesn't want to spend a lot of time, what are the true, like, easy wins, right? Where you can spend 5 minutes and get a good result. Second then is you're actually talking about training models for consistency. Like if you have a character or a scene that has to be constant, you have to train a model. Is that what you're And the third part is, okay, so once you've gone into the new frontier, the future is you're going to have agents that are working together with you that are saying, hey, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? I see you're working on a vintage motorcycle from the 70s. Why don't you use this headlight or this other, you'll have a different kind of a series of points of view that can be actors, it could be, I don't know, who's your favorite actor, your favorite rapper, giving you advice on how to make the content better, right? So I see that as like the future stuff, right? So you've got easy win, what you're doing now, and then next level.
So easy win is generating stuff with Midjourney. Midjourney is probably the best commercial model. You have to pay to use it, but if you want to go cheaper, you can try some sites, some service that use Flux, and but also there probably they have credits because they are using API. Somewhere the GPU is working, so you have to pay for electricity somewhere. So it's never free. Okay, so Midjourney to generate images, and then to animate them. Okay, maybe you will not achieve these LSD animations, but you can use different models. The best one is VO2 from Google, and it's available only on FreePic. There is a service that is using API from VO2, and the other one are Sora, Runway, Pika Labs. There are many of them. Hailuo is called, Kling. Personally, it also depends on what you want to do, because, for example, when I did the work for Irama, I don't know, the snakes will go very good in a scene with Kling. In another one, I have to try with Sora. In another one, so I'm trying different models, spending credits all over the place. And but good advice, if you go to FreePic, they have all the models. So if you want to spend some credits and have try, you can do it with FreePic, and they have all. And second question was about consistency. Okay, the best consistency is training, but there are also some workaround. Okay, for example, inside the Kling or inside the Pika, there are the possibility of upload images, and the model is trying to to keep on consistency. It's not perfect, but it's trying. Okay. And for the last question about the agents, I think it's inevitable. I think we are going there. But I think there are two separate highways. One where there is normal people. I don't know how to say that without offense. I don't. But yeah, people that want to use AI without complexity. Okay, and in this case, agents are perfect because the agent guide you and make you do stuff that on your own you cannot even think on doing. But I think that if you are like a geek that want to put the ads in the engine and so on, you will be always better because I think that human creativity comes from errors, from happy mistakes. Okay, so most of the time, knowing how the engine works can make you think of something that is not there. Okay, but it's inevitable that agents will be there in a while.
It's like having tutors. It's like having a tutor that is coaching you through the process, or saying you can make it better this way. Or you've got experts, like a series of experts around.
Exactly, but you have also to consider that many images and video models are not like ChatGPT, where you have an answer, and you say, okay, good, but can you do it more formal? I don't know. Well, with images and videos, it's not like this because it's like a slot machine. Okay, so you cannot say, good, this is perfect, but make it with a green t-shirt. It's not working. Well, if you know your stuff, you can do it because maybe there are ways of controlling that because you can come up with control nets, you can come up with using the same seed and just modifying just a part of the image. So there are ways of doing that, but yeah, it's not so common.
Not to monopolize, but that creates a big challenge for on brand. When you have to have a brand that has to have certain criteria, and you have a brand book that you have to conform to, generative AI is extremely challenging because you can't.
Yeah, and in fact, we think about having like a toolkit that you can, how can I say, you can work with the client and create this toolkit. Okay, from now on you have your identity, you can generate, but it's very difficult because for now you really need human sensibility and you have always to check the result. But yeah, we are going there. But for tone of voice, LLMs and so on, we are probably already there. For image creation and so on, it's more difficult.
So how long is to come? In how long there will be video synthesis in real time? You think? Because I think that the concept part was sincerely super amazing, but probably the video feed, the live feed was superimposed like a mess. I think so. In how many years do you think there will be video processing or video synthesis in real time?
Okay, right now, for example, at the Giovanotti live concert,
was real time?
No.
No.
Not what I showed you, but they achieved like kind of real time hallucination. There was, I don't know, the singers and the players playing, okay, and I don't know, the crowd morphed into Muppets. The musician becomes monkeys and so on. But the result is like not so fluid. It's similar to the result that I showed you in my first music video, where I was rapping and so the image was very fuzzy, okay, because it's not consistent frame to frame. Every frame is calculated with a new base image, so it's fuzzy because every frame is changing. Having something in real time for now is very difficult because even the most powerful models work not frame by frame, but generating all the frames together. If you are generating 10 seconds, that is for now, I think the maximum.
Okay.
All the frames are generated all together. So the first frame, know how is the last, and so it's very demanding on the GPU side. So the best things that we are looking at in AI are not real time. And yeah, we can do something real time, but it's very fuzzy and a low frame rate. So,
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I thought it was all recorded, so that there was some real time. Nice.
Okay. I got another question. Thanks for sharing your process. It was really interesting. But I have to admit, as a user, independently from the tools, the aesthetic of artificial intelligence, in a certain sense, is always the same.
Yeah.
And when you are talking about the video of your rap, and I know your music, and it's very specific, it's really hard to do the rap that you do. And at the same time, mixing these things with other images that are coming from space that I really don't know and I don't really care about is quite weird to me. So, in your opinion, there is an aesthetic that is connected with artificial intelligence, and what is for an author the losing of our authority and conscience about the things you are doing and producing, especially because you are an author.
Yeah, I totally agree with you about the difficulty of recognizing the product of generative AI like an artistic expression, because when you are painting, probably you are expressing yourself in ways that you are not even recognizing, because it's like, are you feeling? You are feeling, and how you move the brush. Thank you. The brush. You are expressing in ways that you don't even know. Okay. The same when you are playing an instrument or when you are singing, you are showing some part of your conscience without even knowing. Okay. So on the other side, there is AI that is very cold, because you are separating yourself from the creation with a lot of technical steps. Okay, so probably you can think that there are too many steps from you and the creation to recognize the creation like is representing you. On the other side, I have to say that it's so vast, the possibilities that you can achieve, that when you are choosing one specific expression between virtually infinite possibilities, maybe there is some artistic expression, because you are choosing. And I think that when we are creating something that we think that is original, basically what we are doing is copying something, but in the act of copying, we are putting ourselves between. So we are being original without even realizing it. I think that sometimes I feel creative when I'm generating stuff, but yeah, I can do it on visual stuff because probably it's also my work, my job. So I can have some distance from the creation and myself. I experimented with music, like generating music, and it's more difficult to accept to use generated music because I think it's not there, okay? But probably someone that is not an artist can generate something and feel very creative just by listening to it. Because when you're making art, you're really trying to do something that is original. You don't want to do the same from the others. AI is doing exactly the opposite. It's basically trained on everything that is being done, and it cannot be original by nature, by design. So I understand your concern, and I am also into this type of doubts, and but I want to defend AI, saying that to me it's enough complex to be an artistic tool, okay? Because when you have enough complexity, there is space for your expression. I want to say just that. Thank you. Are we good?
Yeah, I think we have been complex enough. So thank you for being with us today. Thank you for staying and for coming here. And thank you again to TrueLayer for hosting us. So just to information, next Creative Morning will be in the morning, actually, on the 3rd of April in Spaces in Turati neighborhood. But check our social network and our newsletter to have many more details. And also, if you want to have some faster news, you can join our WhatsApp group. You have to ask me because I am the only one who can admit people. If you want, no spam, just information about the community. Again, thank you, Alessandro, for being with us. Grazie. Bye to the people. And we are also